What is Valentine's Day without chocolate? Not Valentine's Day, right?
No, it's not.
No. For most people, I would assume that they would say you have to have the chocolate in order to have Valentine's Day. That's why we called up the blonde who bakes, Miss Whitney, and she is just so good at everything she does. And you're doing something a little bit different this year. I like it.
We are, yes. So I'm usually like cakes and macarons, and I've gotten a lot of requests from people saying, hey, let's see some more stuff that you can do. And
Good, okay.
You know what? I'm going to get my recipe book out and we're going to go through it.
Okay, so we're making these little cups, which I really like the size. I feel like it also, you won't reach for too much more, right? Maybe just one and done?
Exactly. Honestly, this portion is
the perfect amount.
Yes.
Okay, where do we start?
So we have some egg whites in here. This is 3 egg whites, and we have 3 egg yolks over here. I'm going to have you start whipping those up. We're going to put this
just
on
slowly add the sugar?
Yep, slow, medium speed. We've got it to the foamy point now. And so we are just going to add in a 1/4 cup of white sugar. And this is going to start helping your egg whites get that really pretty stiff peak.
Okay.
So once we have all the sugar in, we're going to turn up the mixer. And we're going to come over here. I have some delicious
turned up?
chocolate. Yep.
That works.
That's perfect. So I want you to keep your eye on it. Make sure it doesn't get too stiff over there. So right here we have butter. This is 3 tablespoons of butter and semi-sweet chocolate. We have our egg yolks right here.
Got it.
We are going to do one at a time. You're going to just fold the egg whites in.
And just one at a time?
One at a time, just to make sure you get it completely combined. And I have my chocolate melted with the butter, but I let it sit and cool for a few minutes.
Okay.
So it's not completely burning hot. So once we have all of our eggs in the mixer and also in the chocolate, we're just gonna keep our eye on that mixer.
You might have to be the eye because this is not my territory.
That's good for me. I like that.
Food is laughing, but it's true. I'm like, I don't know.
Come on, Jenny. Come on.
No, seriously. My baking is like slim to none.
It's all good. So right here, we are actually pretty close.
Are we? Okay.
So we're going to lift this up. It's still not super stiff, so we're going to let this mix for a little bit longer, but I'm going to turn up the speed.
Like almost stay to the mixer.
So it's going to be like standing straight off of your whisk.
Okay.
So right here, we still have our semi-sweet chocolate. I like to use a chocolate chip. So there are like mini chocolate chips you can use that are semi-sweet.
Those are some of your favorites.
But I also like to add in the Ghirardelli baking squares.
Just to give it a little
really just adds a depth of chocolate. So it's really fun. So we have our egg yolks in here, egg whites right here, and it is getting stiff. So we are ready to get
okay, I can see the difference in that. Did you learn all this on your own in the kitchen? Did mom teach you growing up, or what was it?
I did. I baked aside my mom growing up.
Did you?
And that was a lot of fun for me. I learned quite a bit, and I kind of just add my own twist on a lot of things.
I like it.
That makes it me.
And I love it that she eats everything she bakes.
Yes, I do.
Before the segment, she actually had one of those little cups, and she's just chowing down. Like you're getting your sugar for the segment.
That's right. So right here we have our egg whites, chocolate, egg yolks, and sugar. We're gonna just mix this together, and then you over here have heavy cream in here. So we are.
Do you want me to whip it?
Yes. We're using a 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream, and once it gets to the point where it's pretty stiff, we're going to add in just a little bit more sugar. We're almost done with that anyways.
Go ahead.
So let's add this in. Stiffen that up a little bit.
There we go.
The fun thing about these, that's perfect.
That's good?
Yep.
Okay.
So the fun thing about these is it is such an easy dessert, and yet, like I was telling Jenny before, it's so decadent, and it looks like you worked really hard on it.
It does, and it looks beautiful. You can also top it with whatever you want, depending on the person. But just a little bit of chocolate that gives you that, but so rich that you don't need a lot of it at all.
So we are just going to add in our heavy whipping cream right here.
And we're actually going to finish this one up a little bit later in the show. We'll finish it, top everything off, and then we'll be eating it up and serving it. So, okay, thank you, Miss Whitney. And